Girls in my crib, serious.
Citywide movement.
Empowering the youth.
We have a lot of youth in the house. Citywide movement.
Empowering the youth.
Tell what age you are. Please let the music. DJ, please. Thank you. I don't care what age you are. This is about youth movement. So I want to believe that everybody here, we're all youth, regardless of your age, like I said. So have that youth in you come out. Citywide movement.
Empowering the youth.
That's what we're saying. It's about the youth, right? Share. So, starting on existing protocols. I don't have to keep mentioning it again. We've done that a few times, so permit me to just understand the existing protocols. Once again, my name is Sekinat. I'm the APC UK youth. And as you all know, the youth are doing wonderfully well, both in Nigeria and also in Diaspora. For now, he's not just putting words, he's actually done that. So he's somebody that is not about writing or just talking, he's a doer. And he's established already. A lot of, I want to say that we have some, I think about few of our youth are performing very well in Nigeria at the moment. We have my brother, the national youth leader, Israel. A lot of people, whenever they meet me, like, oh, do you know that Israel? Like, yes, my brother. And he's doing very well with the youth in Nigeria. We also have the Minister for Interior, we have the Minister for Communications, we have a lot of other youth, we have the Minister for Steel. They are all youth. So we're looking at people from like 30 to 50 years old. As a matter of fact, with our current president, this is the first time that they will have a lot of youth in the federal capital compared to his previous leaders, presidents. I think that is a round of applause, don't you think? Please clap for our president, please. Thank you. So, like I said, our president is actually about inclusion, because if you have someone that represents you, so if I'm here and I want to voice my concern to a country, but there's somebody to represent me, but they can't understand where I'm coming from, they can always speak about themselves, about their age group, about their agenda, but if they understand me as a person, as a youth, who I'm about, then they can represent me. And that's why the president is actually focused on having the youth represent the youth. And that's why we have that. So the youth are leading in high positions in Nigeria, in the government. They are also, even when it comes about the state, we have our commissioners. We have the commissioner for youth in Lagos State. Is also a youth as well. And they are performing well. A lot of youth are able to come out, they see someone that represents them, that will be their voice, and they're able to engage with them, which is fantastic, to be honest. Now, when we look about supporting the youth in other areas, we have the NEL Fund. As a matter of fact, I think it's about 116 billion pounds, naira, sorry. I mean, the UK is not talking about pounds. 116 billion naira has actually been processed to support the youth. Almost 500,000 of Nigerians, youth in school, have actually benefited from this. That's actually a number in supporting the youth. So it's not about you don't have ability to go to school, because you can always get your tuition paid for. You also get support for upkeep. So you can go to school, you can learn, you are not hungry, you are happy to go to school because you have something to keep you going. And that way you can achieve whatever it is you want to achieve in life, compared to previously, when you don't have the support that you're meant to have. Now, you're able to go to school, and you don't have to think of paying back the money until maybe 2 years post NYSC, when you can now think of, okay, you now have a job, and it will be taken from your employer. So you're not struggling of, I don't have a job, how do I pay back this money? No, because that's going to be taken out of your employer once you start working, that's 2 years after. There's also the support for technicals. So we have the 3 million technical talent, that is also for the youth as well, to enable them to be able to compete globally. A lot, it's actually a jet world, there's an IT world. Everybody is doing so much when it comes to IT in this world right now. So you can be in your home and be working from any part of the world. So you don't actually have to physically go to work. That's all IT. You see? So the government has put a project in place that will enable Nigerian youth in the comfort of their home or wherever it is they are in Nigeria to be able to compete globally, to be able to have the access to the technicals in Nigeria globally. So we have the 3 million technical talent. We also have the Nigerian Youth Academy, which is also supporting the youth. When you talk about vocational trainings, so we have, okay, you don't want to actually go to school, you want to rather just maybe learn plumbing, sewing, because, you know, come to think of it, one of those days when you think, okay, a child has to go and do medicine, or sciences, or finance. No, there are some kids that their own speciality is maybe hairdressing. And when I look at the Nigerian, when I look at Instagram and I see how our girls are sewing these lovely dresses, I'm like, wow. You know, perhaps now we're saying they're tailors. But now, they are high-tech fashion design, like you're blown away by their designs. They are even sewing for people in the US, globally now, because it's a global market. So they're not just focused on just Nigerians, they're doing so well. So and when it comes to cultural attires, when it comes to wedding attires, they're able to deliver to you on point. So that means if your child is actually more into like learning some skills, the government has put a program in place to actually help you to achieve that successfully. So there is tuition fee for that. There's also a kit that will keep you going, pay for everything. Once you're done with that program, then you get a starter kit that will help you get started. Like creating entrepreneurs. So you don't have to think, oh, you don't have funding to secure a job, or you don't have to keep looking for a job. You can actually get some funding, start your business, start your micro, small, medium business, and start doing your business in your own space. If you want to rent a shop, there's all this availability of resources for our youth in Nigeria. So I just believe that the government, like I said earlier, is not just about saying they want to achieve this, it's actually done this so well. A lot of you that are starting with things, they are so amazed as to the result they're achieving. We always get testimony every now and again, and the Nigerians are always like, Nigerian youth especially always like, they are so appreciative of the youth, of the government, how they're involving them. And I just feel like, overall, number one, when we talk about the inclusion, the president actually included the youth in the administration. When we talk about supporting the youth with tuition fee, like I said, going to school, let's go to school. In the UK, a lot of us are able to access student loan, which will pay back over time, and that helps them to go to school. And that's what the government has actually done as well in Nigeria. And also we talk about entrepreneurship. While I was in school in the UK, we were all advised to join employability schemes. We had a workshop. So when you have an idea, you share it with that department, and they help you, try and work on it to see how you can achieve this. So it's not just about coming to school to come and study a degree, but also what can you do outside this? And that kind of helped me as a person. I work, but I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm able to do my business alongside my work. So, and this is what the government is looking for in Nigeria as well. And something like I said as well for the vocational training that is there for the youth. So overall, the government is doing well for the Nigerian youth. And my message is, if you know of any youth that's still telling you, brother, please send me money for tuition fee or whatever, tell them, please, they're lying, go and access this money because it's there for you. Okay? Because as the youth, they always come back to you and say, can we buy this textbook or can we buy this thing? Tell them to go, please, because it's there for them. It's there for them to tap into. There's no excuse anymore. The resources are there for you. So I want for us to just try as much as possible to encourage the youth, build our party, support our nation, support our president, and let's try and work together to make Nigeria great again. Thank you.
Girls in my crib, serious.